This video is going to be probably several days put into one, just little small projects around the homestead. But the main thing was we went to pick peas, a friend of Troy's, and it was just way bigger than what I ever thought it was. We've been invited there before to pick peas, and I just kind of assumed it was just a little pea patch, you know, but it was at least 2 acres of just peas. But anyway, we had a good time. We were there. It started raining literally right after we left, so we got in and out just at the right time. And we got enough peas to last us for a long time. It was kind of funny as we were shelling. You know, you get down to the end and you're just ready to be done, and Troy was making all these excuses about why he thought that I had more peas shelled, that I had put some of mine in his bag or something. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And you know, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and follow us along on our journey, and you'll see all the crazy things that we do. All right, thanks for watching. Start getting rid of some because we're getting overcrowded in here, but I gotta wait until I know if they're hens or roosters, right? Been watching that one. I'm pretty sure it's a rooster, but it's really the only one I've seen that stands out. I'm gonna let that mom and her babies out for a little bit and watch them and see how they do. She's got 5 babies, which I'm sure is hard enough to keep up with, but this will be the first time I'm letting them out into the coop with the rest of the chickens to see how they do. So I'll probably just do it for a little bit and see how they interact with the rest. Alright, she's finally coming out a little bit with their babies. A lot of the other chickens have gone in there, but this is the first time she's come out. Forecast says no rain today, but those sure do look like rain clouds to me. The wind's picked up. Just all out over there. I don't know. I guess we'll see. If it doesn't rain, might need to go water the garden. But I'll check on that this afternoon. You can see the elderberries are forming. Lots of them. These little, just the little white blooms, and then they turn into tiny little berries. Then they get these green, and then they'll turn dark. Then they'll be ready to harvest. I need to do a little computer work for a little bit. I was going to try to find Cody and put him in the studio with me. Hey, buddy. You want to go in the AC? Huh? Go get some AC? Come on. Let's go. Oh, he's just getting older and hard for him to get around. The heat is really hard on him. So I like to let him stay in here. He's got a nice cushy place and it's nice and cool in here. I've got this cedar tree right here that's growing up in between some other trees, and you can see it's kind of deformed and it's never really going to flourish there. And Mom had mentioned the other day that Dad had said he wanted to cut it down and just never got to it. So I'm gonna I'm going to cut that little tree down. I keep tow straps and pull ropes and all kinds of things here because you never know what you might need in the rhino. But I like to keep this long one wrapped around up here so it's not in the bed. But every time somebody else uses it, they just throw it back here. I wonder who that was. As you can see, the little tree that I cut fell over the outside of the fence, so I'm just going to tie onto the rhino and I'm going to drag it over to the burn pile. Be the easiest way to get it out. While I was out here, I went ahead and trimmed up these 2 black walnut trees. Just a few limbs, they were hanging down where it kind of made it hard to mow. I've got some more of this green cloth, and I think I did this a little bit last year too. I'm just going to put it a little section over their outside yard just so they get a little more shade during the day. And it's just a temporary, just be temporary for the summer. But as the sun comes over, I mean, they have shaded areas they can go to, but this would give them a little bit more and they could be out here scratching around if they wanted to. I got it stretched across there and stapled down on both sides. See, look at all that shade they're getting now, that big old long strip. And they'll get it all day. So I think that'll work out. And they love being over on that side and that corner. So I know they like it out here as well. All right, today we are on a field trip, literally. This is a massive pea field. It's purple hull peas. You can see, look at that beautiful bloom. And look at those beautiful peas. So a friend of Troy's grows these big gardens, and he's told us for a couple of years that we could come pick whatever we wanted because we don't grow peas, and we just never have come over here, thinking, whatever, it's a little pea patch. I didn't know it was all there. He's like, I don't know, in his 90s, I think Troy said. And anyway, we're gonna pick our fill of peas. Maybe, and probably got 2 bushels. That's going to be enough to last us for quite a while. I'll freeze them and maybe we'll just see how many we get. Might share some, I don't know. But I am grateful and thankful, and I love it when people share. I like to share what I grow when I have extra, and this is just awesome. So let's see how many we get. Oh, Troy was so excited to get started, he started without me. Are you helping, Cody? No, he shook his head no. I think we got about 2 bushels, probably.
You dumped some of yours into my bag.
My hands are sore. That's all the ones I shelled. Troy's still working on his bag. He said his bag was bigger, but I think they were the same. Let the chickens out to free range while we were out here shelling peas. They have been enjoying scratching around in the grass. A lot of the babies came out too. Here's our massive bowls full of peas, and I've already got my bags ready. I hope that's enough. It might not be, I don't know. And I'm going to seal them in the sealer. And it's just Troy and I, so I don't do a huge amount in each bag, so we'll see how far we get. I just need to get like a system down. I'll get like a scooper or something, so I'll know exactly how many I can put in each bag. And then we'll just go kind of like an assembly line and get it going. That's a lot of peas. I got them all bagged up in half quarts, which is a good serving size for Troy and myself. And I got 24, which would be 12 quarts. So that's a lot of peas, and it'll last us quite some time. But now I have to, got them all bagged up, now I have to seal them.
This Texas homestead is where I belong, from my father to me. The legacy lives on.
I've got them all sealed, and I am writing the date on here because I always think I'll remember, but I don't. I can't hardly remember anything anymore. And then I'll just drop them in the freezer. I did keep some out fresh to make for dinner because I thought that only fitting, since we did all this work, that we can eat them. And so, yeah, we got probably 2 years worth of peas here.